It is time for the NFC Championship game analysis prediction video. Detroit Lions heading to San Francisco. In a video, I'm not going to lie, I'm excited to make. I'm happy to make it. Lions are one game away from the Super Bowl, but you got to face the San Francisco 49ers, a really, really good team. So we're going to break it all down for you in this video. Offense versus defense, defense versus offense, all of that lovely stuff. Let's get this thing started. I am less than 150 from getting to 59,000 subscribers. So if you're one of those individuals, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the latest Lions news and rumors in and off season. Just because the game may not be playing doesn't mean anything. We're still making videos on here. Lions traveling to San Francisco. We already know we're underdogs by 7 points. Total over and under is 51.5. San Francisco is the favorite by 7 points. The game is on somewhat of a Sunday night football game, another primetime game, but at 6:30. Not the general, Sunday night football time, but it is obviously. There's only 3 games left to be played, 2 championship games and the Super Bowl. And if you want to do the Pro Bowl, I consider that a game. I guess that's 4, but I really don't. But look, there's only 2 games for the Detroit Lions potentially to be played here and or Super Bowl. So the Lions got to get the win. They definitely got to do it, but it's going to be tough for sure. You have the Detroit Lions, who's 12-5, coming in. Really good offense, 27.1 points per game, 5th in the National Football League. Points per game. Defensively, they're giving up 23.2. San Francisco, 12-5 record. They're great offensively, 28.9, 3rd in the NFL. They're great defensively, giving up 17.5 points per game, 3rd in the National Football League. So this is 2 good teams going at it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Who do you got winning the game here? Do you got the Detroit Lions winning? Put DET. Do you got San Francisco winning? Put SF. Let me know in the comments below. Let's get into the injury report for the Detroit Lions. Khalif Raymond going to be questionable, dealing with the knee. I think he plays, and I'm making this video right now, Wednesday morning. So just FYI, things could change. James Houston, he was questionable last week, be questionable to play this week. I think he gets in time finally for the Lions. I think he'd be good to go, but maybe he isn't. But I think he's going to be more positive than negative. Sam Porter questionable, he'll be good to play. Jonah Jackson, he's not playing in this game. Brock Wright not playing in this game. Injured in the last game, they're not going to be playing. Frank Ragnow questionable with everything. He is Frank the Tank. He will play, but he is beat up, and I'm sure he'll get some rest this week. You look at the San Francisco 49ers, they're healthy as well. Cleveland Farrell, I say he's questionable there. Dre Greenlaw, questionable with Achilles, and Deebo Samuel, questionable with the shoulder. I think Deebo plays in this game, but he's not going to be getting the ball all the time. He'll probably be on specific downs, and they may use him a little bit of a decoy because he's dealing with that shoulder injury. I think any normal game he probably wouldn't play, but since this is the championship game, I think he plays in this game. You have the Lions offense here, 5th in the NFL going against points per game, 3rd in the NFL by the 49ers defense. I'm going to take the under for the Lions at 27.1, and I'm going to take the over for San Francisco. I think they get more than 17.5. Total yards per game, 394.8, 3rd in the NFL. Total yards per game, 303. I'm going to take the over for San Francisco, under for the Lions. Passing yards per game, Lions are 2nd in the NFL, 258.9. Against passing yards per game, 14th in the NFL, 214.12. I'm going to take the over on both. I think Jared Goff's going to get more than 258.9. Rushing yards per game, the Lions are 5th in the NFL at 139.1. They're 3rd in the NFL. Stopping the run, San Francisco, 89.7. I'm going to take the over on both. I think the Detroit Lions are going to run like crazy in this game. They're going to run the football because they're having issues. San Francisco was against the Green Bay Packers. Who is a player you got to look out for? We already know this guy. This called Nick Bosa is one of the best defensive players in all of football. 34 solo tackles this year, 16 tackles for loss, 10.5 sacks in the regular season, 40 quarterback hurries. He is really good. Now, he's not having the season he usually has. Yeah, he's a little bit disappointing to his normal stats, but he's still a really, really good player. We know this, right? This guy is an absolute stud for their football team. He's not the only person you got to look out for. There's other players, obviously. You go for this football team. They got Javon Hargrave with 7 sacks, Eric Armstead 5 sacks, Cleveland Farrell 3.5 sacks, Javon Kinlaw 3.5 sacks. They got Chase Young, who they traded for as well, another player you got to look out for their defense. Lions defense going against San Francisco. Offense here, points allowed per game 23.2, 23rd in the NFL. Points per game, their offense is putting up 28.9. I'm going to take the under on both. Take the over, actually, in Lions defense, under for San Francisco. Yards per game, 336.1, 19th in the NFL. Total yards per game, 398.4, second in the NFL. I'll take the over on both. Passing yards per game, Lions defense is not good, 247.4, 27th. Passing yards, 257.9, fourth. I'm going to take the over on both. Rushing yards per game, this is the Detroit Lions strong suit. They're allowing 86.4. Rushing yards per game, the third with 140.5. I'm going to take the over for the Lions, under for San Francisco, and they're one of the best in turnover differential, plus 10, 7th in the NFL. They're good on getting turnovers to that football team and not turning the ball over a lot offensively. Player you got to look out for, obviously, here is Brock Purdy. He's put up 4,280 yards per game, 72.8 best QBR in the NFL, 31 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. He's not turning the football over. He's efficient. Who do you guys got winning the game? Put DET. If you have the Lions, put SF for San Francisco. Blow up in the comment section right now. My New Year's resolution is to eat a little bit healthier this year, and what's helping me out here is Factor. Get ready for the new year. Factor's ready-to-eat meal delivery takes the stress out of meal planning, sets you up for success in the new year. Skip the grocery store's prep work, cooking fatigue. Instead, get chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals delivered right to your door. With over 35 meals to choose per week, including options like keto, calorie smart, vegan, and veggie, plus over 55 add-ons. You have a ton of nutritious flavors options to kickstart your New Year's resolution. Forget frantic lunch preps, rush dinners. Factor's 2-minute meals are your secret weapon for the New Year's. Fuel up fast with restaurant-quality meals, all delivered right to your door. Factor now offers loads of snack options like breakfast smoothies, juice, snacks, and more to keep you going no matter what the schedule is. Skip the overpriced takeout trap. Factor is cheaper and way more delicious than takeout. Get chef-crafted restaurant-quality meals delivered right to your door. They're ready to heat and eat in just 2 minutes, which means more time for you. Need a special occasion meal? Gourmet Plus is the perfect Factor solution for looking for fast, upscale options done easily. When things get hectic, Factor is flexible. Change your order up every week with plans to 4 to 18 meals per week, or pause and reschedule deliveries anytime. Factor has everything I need for the week of flavorful, nutritious eats. In addition to ready-to-eat meals, they have cold-pressed juices, smoothies, energy bites, extra protein, veggie sides, and more to keep me energized during the frantic times. Head to factormeals.com/LionsChat50. Use code LionsChat50 to get a 50% off. That's code LionsChat50 at factormeals.com/LionsChat50 to get 50% off. What do the Detroit Lions got to do to win this game? They got to start fast. We have been starting fast all in the playoffs, and it actually started the last part of the season as they decided, we're going to score first, and we're going to go ahead and force teams to keep up with us. They need to do that in this game. San Francisco is not a team that is really behind that much, and when they are, they have a hard time getting back to it. So I think the Detroit Lions got to start fast. They got to score early. I think that's probably the most important thing for this football team, in all honesty, on Sunday. We need to mitigate turnovers. San Francisco's great turnover differential, plus 10, one of the best in football. The Detroit Lions have not turned the ball over in the playoffs. We got to keep it that way. We got to be sound when it comes to turnovers. Let's get turnovers. We're getting them, and not turn the ball over. Jared Goff has been really good not throwing interceptions. Running backs are not fumbling the football. Keep this thing going. We need to run the football. Look, you want to hold time of possession, that's what you got to do. We got to run the football. They are susceptible to running. Green Bay showed them you can run the football. It started with the Baltimore. They showed that they can run as well. We need to run the football. We got two guys in David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs that are outstanding. We need to blitz Purdy quite a bit in this game. We have been doing this in the playoffs in the end of the season, and it's working. We're getting safety blitz, corner blitzes, any way to get pressure, make him uncomfortable, and if he throws the ball a little bit earlier, we can get those crucial turnovers. We need to control the clock. Again, run the football. This is how we've been being very successful. Control the clock, time of possession, run the football. You keep their offense on the sideline. This is what the Lions got to do in this game. Those are my keys to victory. What has the 49ers done so far this year? Well, they started off really hot. Win. They were winning like crazy to start the season. They were juggernauts, and they are a juggernaut football team. They got in a little bit of rut halfway through the season. 3 straight losses. It happens to every good team. We all do it. Every team has it. Then they win on a winning streak as well. Defeated Seattle, Philadelphia, Seattle, Arizona. Then they lost the Baltimore Ravens in a shocker where they got smoked out. Again, teams get smoked out. It does happen. It does, and it can happen. They continue on, win, loss, win. And they had a hard time versus the Green Bay Packers in the divisional round, but they won the game. And I think Baltimore really gave somewhat of a blueprint that they can be beat, right? That they can be beat. And I think that's kind of what happened with the Green Bay Packers. I think that's the Detroit Lions. What they need to do is, look at Baltimore, look at the Packers did. They are beatable. I'm not saying they're going to win, but they are beatable. They're not a team that is going to just beat every single one, right? Every team is beatable. They can be beaten. Now, when I generally look at the stats somewhat favor San Francisco. But I want to will this into existence. And I got the Detroit Lions winning 27-24. I'm going with my heart here. Head says San Francisco. Heart says go Detroit Lions to the Super Bowl. Let's do it, baby. It can happen. Odds are San Francisco wins, but I'm going with the Detroit Lions to pull it off and make a Super Bowl run. You got to believe it. I got to believe, right? I think we all need to believe. Believe it into existence, folks. Hit that notification bell. Subscribe to the channel. Give me your thoughts. Who do you got winning the game? Blow up the comment section. NFC Championship week. With that said, folks, adios.